Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to some more World of Warships, and today we are saying goodbye to the Tier 8 Royal British Cruiser, the Edinburgh. And yes, it is Edinburgh, not Edinburgh, as I was apparently saying that wrong, so I do apologize. I guess my German in me, har har. Anyways, we are finally saying goodbye to the ship, and it's a fun little tier 8 ship. Obviously, you still have to deal with the whole anyone that looks at you badly pretty much will kill you, but still a very fun ship. It has its particular niche, to say the very least. Hey, rhymed there. Anyways, so it's not always for everyone. Some people will probably not like it, so it's just something to keep in mind. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at the survivability. Hit points, you have 31,800. It's a very, very light cruiser. You don't have a lot of health. Obviously, the armor is vapor thin. There's really not much to talk about, but fortunately, the Citadel does sit a little bit below the waterline. And if you went and watched my Fun Day Sunday video, if you are actually up close and personal with a big battleship, more than likely they will overpen you and they won't be able to citadel you unless they really do aim below this waterline and allow the waterline to actually slow up their shell so it actually penetrates. So overall, up close and personal, yeah, you could probably deal with a battleship. Go watch my Fun Day Sunday video and you'll know what I mean. But as far as surviving, yeah, long range, you really have to rely on your smoke and your positioning more than anything else. So keep that in mind. Artillery, you have 4 main guns, triple turrets each, 152 millimeters. Reload time is 7.5 seconds. Turn time on the guns is 23.4 seconds. I do feel like they're a little bit slow. And I even do have the gun upgrade, the extra marksman, which allows the guns to actually turn a little bit quicker. But they still feel kind of slow to me whenever you need to switch targets or need to switch to the other side. So that's something to keep in mind. Max AP shell is 3,100. Obviously, they're not big damaging shells, but they do a fantastic job against destroyers, and you really can melt a destroyer if a destroyer shows you broadside. Range is 14 kilometers. You can actually get it up to 15.4 kilometers. Something to keep in mind. But other than that, pretty decent. Dispersion's pretty tight, 121 meters, so not too bad. Now, secondaries, you do have 6 dual 102, and they have a range of 5.3 kilometers with a 3.0-second reload with max HE damage of 1500, and chance of fire is 6%. So they actually can get you fires if a ship gets too close. So it is beneficial. I do enjoy my secondaries when they actually are able to fire. Torpedoes, you have 2 mounts, three torpedoes each. They have a range of 8 kilometers, 72-second reload time, and turn time is 6 seconds. Max damage is 15,867, and they are nice. Obviously, they have the British-style torpedoes where you can fire individuals or fire a small spread. So they are decent, and I do enjoy them. They do help you when you are fighting, and sometimes I forget they're actually not 10 kilometers. I keep thinking they're 10 kilometers, but they're 8 kilometers, and they will help you. And they're 61 knots, so not the worst as far as speed. AA defense, you have 8 single 20 millimeters. Average damage is 32. Range is 2 kilometers. Then you have 5 dual 20 millimeters. Range is 2 kilometers, not 34. Average damage is 34. And then you have 3 octo 40 millimeters. These things are fantastic. They have a range of 2.5. Average damage is 6.65. And then your secondaries also work as additional AA. 6 dual 102, and they have a range of 5 kilometers and 62. So this is going to be the last time that the AA is kind of weak on the British Royal line. Tier 9 and 10 have fantastic AA, and I'm definitely looking forward to having that improved AA, but still pretty decent. Not the best thing in the world for a tier 8, but they're decent overall. Max speed is 34.1 knots, turning circle radius is 680 meters, and rudder shift time is 10.7. Highly recommend getting the hull upgrade so you can actually reduce this rudder shift time so you're actually a little bit more nimble before anything else. Obviously, you have the British engine power and you can get up to speed fairly quickly, but slowing up is a downright bitch. And as of now, they still haven't fixed the smoke. But in the next update, they're actually going to fix the smoke. So if you've ever played a British cruiser and you hit around that 20 knot mark and you decide to pop your smoke, then you're going to get two puffs. And you're supposed to get two puffs. You'll get one puff and then you'll slide out of your smoke. And you are wide open for everyone to fire at you. It happens so often, and they were denying it, but now they're actually going to fix it in the next update, which is a blessing in disguise, or a blessing to say the very least, because trust me, you'll die so many times in your British cruisers with all of a sudden sliding out of smoke, and you just are seen by everyone. Moving on to concealment. Range, detectability range by sea is 9 kilometers, which is pretty decent. It allows you to get up in the cap circle if you need to. Not the best, obviously you'll probably still get spotted by destroyers and then fired upon, but it's nice to actually have that low detection. Moving on to modules, this is not going to be my final build. I will actually probably be changing a few stuff as I get the Neptune and the Minotaur. I will probably be switching more towards AA. But as of right now, I have main armaments mod 1, aiming systems mod 1, and then damcom mod 1, steering gears mod 2, because you don't have the option of the additional acceleration on that. So you will be getting the steering gears and then a concealment system because you want to be stealthy. Once I probably get up to Neptune, I'll probably be switching over to either auxiliary armaments, maybe. I might just keep with the main. But I will probably be getting AA Guns Mod 2, which increases the range of your AA to 20%. It's going to help out the AA for the Neptune and the Minotaur. Now, moving on to my captain. My captain's nearly a full point captain. Starting off, I would probably go for preventative maintenance. You don't really have much in the way of direction on the catapults. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Let's take a quick look. You can get a catapult fighter, but you are giving up your smoke. You can even get surveillance radar, but once again, you're giving up your smoke, which is the only thing that's really there to protect you. Then I went for expert marksman. This is going to increase the turning speed. I will probably actually lose this once I get up to the Minotaur, because the Minotaur's guns turn extremely fast and you really don't need this. So I probably will be getting rid of this once I get up there. Then go for superintendent, and then manual fire control for AA, and possibly go for jack of all trade, which reduces the reload time of all mounted consumables, which is going to help you with your smoke. But then obviously I might be eventually getting torpedo armament expertise once I get rid of expert marksman, and possibly getting basics firing training, making my Minotaur very scary for any CV players that dare get too close. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the replay. I will see you guys there. Hello everyone, welcome back to a replay in the Edinburgh, and we are currently playing on shards. We have 2 VIII, North Carolina, 2 Colorados, 2 Edinburghs, Atlanta, Fiji, Miyako, Akatsuki, and a Shiratsuyu. On the enemy team, there is a Iowa, VIII, Bismarck, Colorado, Edinburgh, Mogami, Otago, Fiji, York, Atasuki, Shiratsuyu, and Kiev. And on this map, I want to try to help out my DDs as much as possible. So I'm actually going to be following this Shiratsuyu to the very best of my ability. Now, the Edinburgh is actually, it's a fun ship. Don't get me wrong. You can do a massive amount of damage. And there I was just shooting because someone else is shooting from the enemy side. So I thought I'd return the favor. Don't know why. Don't ask me. It was late at night when I played this game. And so I am going to try to help out my destroyer as much as possible. And the Edinburgh, like I said, is a fun ship to play. You can do huge amount of damage, especially against a battleship that does show you a broadside. You can't do citadels, obviously. Cruisers, yes, you can get citadels against them. It happens actually quite frequently, but more often than not, you're not going to do those massive amount of damage unless you get multiple citadels. So max AP damage is 3,100, so something to keep in mind. We do see a Fitted Cross Colorado, and there's the enemy Atsuki. And one thing probably bad that the Edinburgh has difficulty against, besides obviously being shot at, is torpedoes. Generally, torpedoes are going to be a pain in your butt whenever you're in smoke, and you do have to be at least a bit aware of them. Try to keep an idea where enemy destroyers are at all times. And the Shiratsu does lay down some smoke, so I'm going to try to quickly get over there as quick as I can, and I do try to drop off radar because obviously there are some big battleships over there that could probably easily citadel me, and I'm going to try to get at least in the safety of the smoke screen. Now, like I said, torpedoes are going to be an issue, and you will see this occurring multiple times here. So I do get in the smoke, I slow up, and the British slowing down is a pain. We do get 5,000 points of damage against that Fitted Cross. German battleships are fun to fight against because they have that massive superstructure. And since your armor piercing is actually a unique type of armor piercing, you can actually get fairly decent sized damage and actually get penetrations on their superstructure without overpinning it. And so we're getting around, ranging from 6,000 to about 5,000. Now, here is probably one thing I should have been aware of. The Atsuki did show up, and of course he dropped torpedoes, and I'm trying my best shooting at him, but one bad thing about British cruisers is, yes, they have fast acceleration, but their turning circle radius is a bit large, and I'm gonna take one on the nose, which is highly unfortunate. Edinburgh on the enemy team does show up, open a salvo against him, try to slow up, pop my smoke, and oh, looky there, there's the bug for ya. We do get a citadel on the enemy Edinburgh, and I am trying to quickly get some solid cover between me and the Fiji and Edinburgh. We do get a pretty sizable hit against us, I believe, from the Fiji. We do at least have the cover protecting us now. And unfortunately for me, this is where I'm going to be sitting for the majority of this game. Obviously, there are quite a few big ships around. Also, there's also destroyers. I'm being spotted by spottercraft. So, yeah, this island is going to be my best friend for the time being. We do get a small hit, I think, from the Fitted Cross's secondaries. And there's some torpedoes incoming. Should be okay from those. Trying to get reversed. Trying to get a shot off at this Fiji, trying to do some damage. He does slip behind the island, but before he does, we do get around 3,000 points of damage. And torpedo is everywhere. It's a torpedo soup right now. So our team has captured both A, and we are taking B at the moment. The enemy team has taken C. It looks like they have at least 3 cruisers and a destroyer over at sea, while the other 2 destroyers are somewhat north of us. Don't exactly know where. Now, this Colorado is just having a bad day. It looks like he has multiple ships firing at him. And I'm trying to be a little bit weary. I'm also trying to wait for my smoke to come back up so I can actually push out and at least deal some damage. And that Colorado goes down to the friendly North Carolina, which was actually really nice. And the Shiratsu drops torpedoes. Ooh, that could have been very bad. Good thing I was actually not going to push all the way out. So the enemy team is kind of hiding up north of C, while our team is pushing more and more into B while taking the fight to them. And I want to push out just a little bit so I can get some shots off at this Edinburgh. And the Atsuki does pop up, so we at least know where he is, and more than likely he's going to try to drop some torpedoes on us. And I'm going to quickly try to hit the reverse and get some solid cover between me and those possible torpedoes incoming. And dealing some decent damage against that Edinburgh. And there are the torpedoes. And yep, it was a good thing I started reversing, because now we actually have quite a few torpedoes incoming. So I'm gonna try to get reverse so I can get shots off on this Fiji. But there are some torpedoes incoming from the Fiji. And yeah, it's like I said, it's a torpedo soup right now. There's a lot of torpedoes everywhere. Colorado is trying to get away from the torpedoes, but does go down to the torpedo. It didn't look like it actually hit him. And for some odd reason, I just shot the mountain. Because, you know, fuck that mountain. But that Fiji just took out the Colorado and the Edinburgh. I guess very good job towards him. Our smoke is finally up. And now I can actually push out a little bit and open fire on this enemy Iowa. This enemy Iowa is showing a lot of broadside. He's showing way too much broadside. Takes a couple citadels, probably 2 or 3. 3 probably even that. And goes down to 1,461. And the salvo should be the nail in his coffin. Yes, we do take out the enemy Iowa. It's securing a kill, to say the very least. That's what we're doing. And the VIII Cross is retreating away from battle. And the enemy team is not doing so hot. It does look like they have still a few cruisers and destroyers on our far eastern hand side of the map, but they're not really affecting the battle all too much. And I do pop my hydro because saw torpedoes, and yes, it was a good thing I did, because there is a torpedo incoming, and it's a good idea to actually start reversing. Opening salvo on the Edinburgh did not go so well. Only did around 512 points of damage. Not so much. Fortunately, our second salvo does go a little bit short. It's the only bad thing about British cruisers is this long distance, and that's why I don't normally recommend getting the extended range. It's slightly difficult to actually land shells on your target. At around 13 kilometers, it does become difficult. They really do have to almost be sailing in a straight line. Your shells just do not go out right to target as you would expect it. And I push out because my smoke has dissipated. Enemy Fiji is pushing back in. Fired a salvo, and there was the Shiratsu or the Atsusuki. I don't remember which, but we do get the kill on the Fiji. I guess that's actually very nice. Once again, securing kill. There's the Atsusuki. It was the Akatsuki. Try and not butcher this name. And oh boy, there's a VIII Cross. And here, for some odd reason, I was thinking my torpedoes were 10 kilometers. I fired a salvo at the VIII Cross. Yeah. Don't know exactly why. And fired a salvo towards us. Gotta dodge. Fortunately, we're either able to dodge them all, but we do get a big hit from a enemy cruiser, and we are low on health right now. I do go ahead and pop my smoke, try to get into at least some cover, and try to survive a little bit longer so I can deal more and more damage. Now, the heal on the British cruisers are fantastic. You can see that I just healed up around 8,000 points of health, which is just fantastic. And those torpedoes are looking pretty good, but I don't think they're meant to be, because they fall short of target probably around a kilometer or so, which is unfortunate. But now, since we do have smoke, we can actually begin open fire on this VIII Cross, and we can get pretty decent amount of damage. Not too bad, around 2,000 3,000 points of damage, and every little bit does help. It just starts chipping away. Your reload rate on your British cruisers is pretty dang high, sitting around 7 seconds. That's pretty quick, being able to fire 12 shots every single time. Now, we do land a decent hit against that Shiratsu, or that Atsusuki, but he does go down to the VIII Cross. I don't know why I keep calling that Atsusuki a Shiratsu. Don't ask me. I really don't know why. So here I want to see if I can kill this VIII Cross. I push out. Both the VIII Crosses are brawling right now. Their secondaries are going away. It does look like The enemy Fitterglass's secondaries are focused on the enemy Atsuki. And, ooh, we just got a big hit from, I believe, the enemy, was it Colorado? Enemy Bismarck. And now his secondaries are focused on us, and this is not exactly a great position to be in. It looks like he's trying to dodge torps. Torps everywhere. Like I said, this battle is just torp infested. Just everywhere. But it does go down to the friendly Fitterglass. And the enemy team only has 2 ships left. A Edinburgh, a Bismarck, and I believe a lone Hakaym. So I opened fire against this Bismarck, and the Bismarck is at least occupied with the enemy Colorado on our team. And this will allow me to at least get in more solid cover, so I can at least wait for my smoke screen to come back up. Now at this angle, your shells tend to ricochet. It actually becomes very difficult to land shells, and it looks like he's lining up a shot on that Colorado. Colorado should be fine as long as he stays angled. I go ahead and pop my smoke screen because his secondaries are beginning firing at us. And now it's just time to begin the damage output against this Bismarck. Like I said, German battleships are fun with your British cruisers because they have so much superstructure on their ships that you can actually deal a significant amount of damage. Now, if you ever face, like, say, the Ismo, oh, that sucks. There's so little superstructure on an Ismo that it's actually very difficult to do damage. Do drop my torpedoes. He is taking a sizable amount of damage, but should be able to go down here just shortly. And we should be able to win the game as soon as he goes down. He's sitting at 2,000. Can we actually kind of take this kill? One more salvo. Should be able to do it. And 3rd kill of the game. So our team earned a victory, and we earned 337,515 silver, 4,181 XP, and 840 free XP. And we earned a Dreadnought medal, which actually does happen quite a bit with your British cruisers as long as you survive the battle. We did 94,666 points of damage, 263 shell hits, 1 incapacitation, 3 kills, 1 citadel, 1 defended base capture, and 1 assisted base capture, as well as 1 secondary hit. We earned top of the team with a base XP of 1,798. We did around 16,000 against the Bismarck and around 7,000 against the Iowa. Unfortunately, it wasn't a very high damaging game, but it was a good demonstration on how you should be playing. Take a look at the Fitterglass. We did around 47,000 points of damage against that Fitterglass. So British cruisers really do rely on cover and be able to take safety in their smoke screen and any positioning that you find yourself in. So moving on, we brought home 183,930 silver, and I am definitely looking forward to the Neptune, even though I do have a good friend of mine that does not much care for his Neptune. But hopefully, as I get better with the British cruisers, the Neptune will become even more valuable and more beneficial for me. So this is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zai Jen.